It is 11 p.m. on the East Coast, 5 a.m. in Paris. This is CNN Tonight. I'm Don Lemon. And we have terror headlines in two cities. Here in New York, a new ISIS video warning of an attack potentially targeting Times Square. We're expecting a news conference there from the NYPD that should happen at any moment, and we'll take you to it. In Paris, investigators feverishly combing through DNA evidence, trying to determine whether this morning's raid killed the ringleader of the attacks, or is he still on the run? I want to begin our coverage, though, with CNN's Atika Schubert. She's live for us right now in Paris as we await this press conference. Atika, what is the very latest there?
Well, the latest is they're still sifting through the aftermath there of that raid, trying to figure out exactly who was killed. Now, according to Belgian authorities and our Belgian affiliate, they believe that the woman who detonated her suicide vest was the cousin of Abdelhamid Abaoud. He is the alleged ringleader of the Paris attacks. The big question is, was Abaoud himself in the building? To answer that is going to take some time, and Paris authorities here in France are going to be doing DNA tests to try and determine if he was one of those killed. We know that he was not one of those arrested. There were 8 arrests in all, and they're now in police custody and being questioned on.
Atika, do officials think that there was a rolling series of attacks being planned?
What they've said is that this is a team that had the capacity for an attack. And clearly the fact that at least one of them, the female suspect there, had explosives indicates that they were prepared to act very soon. But in terms of what kind of an attack, do they have specific targets? French authorities haven't given out any of that information. It should be said that Abaoud is somebody who's known for plotting numerous attacks in Europe, so it's certainly a possibility.
All right, Atika Schubert, thank you very much. I want to get to CNN's Deborah Farrick live for us in Times Square, where that news conference is set to begin at any moment now. Deb, looking forward, we spoke to John Miller, who's a deputy commissioner in charge of counterterrorism here. Gave us a brief account of what the commissioner is going to talk about. Those new officers, one thing, who are out in the streets right now, ready for the holiday rush.
I can tell that.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, as a matter of fact, we can see some of those tactical officers who are here. They've got the long guns, the assault rifles, and they're heavily armored. The message that the New York Police Commissioner wants to send is that, you know, the city is prepared, the city is ready, that there is a response, there's a thoughtful response, and that they are willing to act in the event something does happen. And the police commissioners are going to be coming out tonight to sort of comfort people or just to let people know that they should continue to go about their daily lives. The police commissioner is going to be coming out in about just 60 seconds. But the new video does shed additional concern. Everyone knows that New York City is a target. And so the expectation now with ISIS, they aspire to hit the city. There are videos of Times Square and the shopping area of Herald Square. And so, look, when you know something might happen, you take precautions to make sure that it doesn't. And so New York City is ready. Washington, D.C. has been warned. But, you know, the ISIS fighters, they have 3 ways of attack according to this new video. And that's car bomb, it's a sniper, the sharpshooters, but also the suicide vest. And in that video, you actually see someone putting the bombs together. And in one of them does have ball bearings. So that's the big concern. That's the big concern.
Behind us, we see the mayor coming up, and the police commissioner. Here is Mayor Bill de Blasio of New York City.
As you know, a video was released earlier today by ISIS portraying scenes of New York City, portraying scenes of Times Square, where we are now, and Herald Square, in an obvious attempt to intimidate the people of New York City. I'm here this evening with Commissioner Bratton and other leaders of our police department and the men and women of our department who patrol Times Square to make very, very clear that the people of New York City will not be intimidated. We understand it is the goal of terrorists to intimidate and disrupt our democratic society. We will not submit to their wishes. The people of New York City, as you can see right now, are going about their business even at this late hour. I want to encourage all New Yorkers to continue to go about their business normally. It's important to note that there is no credible and specific threat against New York City. NYPD has been working very, very closely with the FBI and our other federal partners, and I again repeat, there is no specific and credible threat against New York City. So it's crucial that people go about their normal business, recognizing the NYPD is providing extraordinary protection to the people of the city, 35,000 members strong. And just in this last week, we've initiated the first wave of our new Critical Response Command, which will grow to 500 plus officers specifically dedicated to anti-terrorism activities. These officers who have been assigned in the last months will be specifically trained, equipped, and armed to handle any terrorist threat, and be part of our overall efforts of the NYPD to prevent terrorism in coordination with our federal partners. So the people of New York City can rest assured that extraordinary efforts are being made every single day to keep them safe. This is the finest police force in this nation. For 14 years since 9/11, this police force has consistently protected the city against terrorist threats, and it will continue to do so. I want to say one other thing before I turn to Commissioner Bratton. We remind all New Yorkers that we can depend on the NYPD, and at the same time, every resident of this city can help the NYPD. We have a phrase, if you see something, say something. That phrase is very meaningful. If you see something you think is suspicious, a package left unattended, or if you hear information that you believe the NYPD should have, please immediately call 911 or alert a police officer. That kind of information, those leads can be very, very helpful to NYPD and help them do the good work they do. With that, I'm proud to introduce our Commissioner, Bill Bratton.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Echoing the Mayor's comments that there is, as we have repeated frequently, no city in America that is better prepared to defend and protect against a terrorist attack. We work tirelessly to ensure that, continuously upgrading our capabilities and our systems. The events of today that have raised concern, being quite frank with you, there is nothing new about that video. New York obviously remains one of the top terrorist targets in the world. That video, our review of it, it looks like it has been hastily produced. It is a mishmash of previously released video. We believe it's a compilation of videos going back to one in August that was directed against Germany, one in October directed against Israel, and 19 seconds of about a 5.5-minute video released today had scenes of New York. In New York, we understand that we are a terrorist target. It reflects the importance of this city. Understanding that this city places great importance on the safety of New Yorkers and the almost 60 million visitors who will come to this city. As we move into this time of year of great celebration and great activity in New York, the Thanksgiving Day Parade, the lighting of the Christmas tree in Rockefeller Center, the holiday celebrations that will bring millions into this city, people can feel comfortable coming into this city, enjoying themselves, celebrate, be aware, but do not be afraid. The NYPD will protect you. The NYPD, working in close cooperation with the FBI and our other government colleagues, and with the great assistance of the residents of this great city, that we will keep it safe. We cannot be intimidated, and that's what terrorists seek to do. They seek to create fear. They seek to intimidate. We will not be intimidated, and we will not live in fear. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. All right.